What kind of city doesn't show up on a map, is guarded by soldiers, and might not officially exist? Welcome to Mezhgorye, Russia, arguably the most mysterious town on Earth. Tucked away in the snow-draped Ural Mountains, Mezhgorye is a closed city, meaning outsiders are strictly banned and even locals need special clearance to get in. It's surrounded by barbed wire, armed guards, and anti-aircraft installations. Yes, anti-aircraft guns, for a town. Founded during the Soviet era, Mezhgorye isn't just secretive, it's intentionally erased from public records. Roads leading in are blocked, Google Earth blurs it out, and no one really knows what's going on inside. Some believe it hides Mount Yamaton's underground military base, a colossal bunker built to survive a nuclear apocalypse. Others whisper about secret weapon development, storage for priceless artifacts, or even a high-tech doomsday command center. What fuels the mystery even more? The Russian government simply doesn't talk about it. They acknowledge that it exists, but good luck getting more than a vague "it's for research." Despite its secrecy, the city has shops, homes, schools, and residents who live entirely off the radar. It's a functioning city with no transparency, no tourists, and zero Instagram posts. Mezhgorye is the poster child for Cold War secrecy that somehow survived into the age of smartphones and satellites. A real-life riddle wrapped in concrete and cloaked in pine forest. Because sometimes, the strangest cities are the ones you're not even supposed to know exist. In a world divided by borders, beliefs, and bank accounts, what if one simply said, "No thanks"? Tucked away in the southern state of Tamil Nadu, Auroville isn't just a city, it's an experiment. Founded in 1968 by Mira Alfasa, known as the Mother, Auroville was envisioned as a utopian society where humans could live in harmony, free from politics, religion, and money. Yes, you heard that right. No currency, no elections, no temples. Its residents, who hail from over 50 countries, live communally, pooling resources and labor. No one owns land. Jobs are chosen based on passion, not profit. And at the literal heart of the city lies the Manshiyat, a massive golden sphere that looks like a spaceship built not for worship, but for meditation. Locals call it the soul of the city. But paradise isn't always perfect. Auroville's idealism has faced real-world challenges, disputes over who governs the town, pressure from India's central government, and internal conflicts have all tested the city's unity. Add to that water shortages, climate threats, and the logistical nightmare of running a moneyless economy in a very money-driven country, and the cracks begin to show. Still, Auroville remains one of the boldest social experiments on the planet. It's strange, it's spiritual, it's deeply idealistic, and whether you see it as a blueprint for the future or a beautiful mess, one thing's certain, that there's no city quite like it. Suppose your entire town existed under one roof. No commute, no long walks in the snow, just an elevator ride away from everything. Your school, your job, even your post office. Whittier, Alaska is a remote coastal town that takes the phrase tight-knit community to a whole new level. Tucked between mountains and glaciers, Whittier is home to just over 200 residents, and nearly all of them live in a single 14-story building, the Pedy Towers. Originally built as military housing during World War II, Pedy Towers now functions as a self-contained vertical village. Inside, you'll find apartments, a police station, a grocery store, a laundromat, a clinic, a church, a school, and yes, even a post office. The only thing missing is a bowling alley. Why the extreme setup? Blame the weather. Whittier is one of the snowiest places in North America, and its winters are notoriously brutal. With gale force winds, icy roads, and avalanches cutting off access, consolidating life into one heated, weatherproof complex isn't just efficient, it's survival. And getting into Whittier isn't simple either. There's only one road in, a narrow, one-way tunnel through the mountains that also serves as a railway line. If you miss your turn, you wait hours for the next chance to enter or leave. Whittier may look like a dystopian movie set, but for residents, it's a warm, walkable community in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. Absolutely strange, but somehow, it works. Picture a city where the streets overflow with garbage, on purpose. Not because of neglect, but because trash is the economy. Welcome to Manshiyat, Naser, a district on the edge of Cairo, Egypt, better known as Garbage City. It's not a nickname, it's a reality. This neighborhood is home to the Zabaline, a community of informal garbage collectors who've turned Cairo's waste into their way of life. Every morning, trucks and donkey carts loaded with trash wind through narrow alleyways and crumbling buildings. But this isn't chaos, it's routine. The Zabaline have created one of the most efficient recycling systems in the world, processing an estimated 80% of the waste they collect, far surpassing many official municipal systems globally. But ingenuity comes with a cost. Despite their essential role, residents live in harsh conditions. Basic sanitation is lacking. Piles of refuse spill into homes, and the smell of decaying garbage is constant. Infrastructure is poor, clean water is scarce, and medical care is minimal. Yet, somehow, amidst the plastic bottles and cardboard mountains, there's pride. Families pass down recycling techniques like heirlooms. Children grow up sorting plastics and tin, not with despair, but with skill and survival instinct. Manshiyat Naser may not be glamorous, but it's a powerful symbol of resourcefulness, resilience, and the human ability to build purpose out of what others throw away. Strange? Yes, but also remarkably inspiring. What kind of town has no front yards, no rooftops, and yet hundreds of homes? Coober Pedy is the opal city of the world, and one of the strangest places humans have dared to settle. Tucked deep in the Australian outback, this sun-scorched mining town looks like a ghost town at first glance. But that's only because most of it is underground. With summer temperatures regularly soaring above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, residents of Coober Pedy have taken survival into their own hands by digging into the earth. Instead of building up, they've carved out homes, churches, museums, and even hotels beneath the surface. These subterranean spaces, known as dugouts, stay naturally cool year-round, making them perfect hideouts from the brutal outback sun. Above ground, think Mars meets Mad Max. The landscape is riddled with mounds of excavated dirt, old mining equipment, and warning signs to avoid falling into open shafts. It's dusty, it's eerie, and completely surreal. But Coober Pedy isn't just strange, it's tight-knit. Miners and families have built an underground world with running water, electricity, and internet. The local pub? Underground. Art galleries? Underground. Even the town's Serbian Orthodox church is dug straight into the rock. Coober Pedy proves that when the environment gets extreme, humans get creative. It's not just a mining town, it's an underground experiment in resilience, adaptation, and pure Aussie grit. Welcome to Slab City, California's infamous last free place. Tucked away in the scorching Sonoran desert, this off-grid outpost has no police, no taxes, no electricity grid, and, technically, no rules. Just sun-scorched RVs, art, and a ragtag mix of dreamers, wanderers, and rebels who wanted out of the system. Originally built on the remains of a WW2 military base, the slabs are all that's left of the original barracks and now serve as the foundation for a community that thrives on radical self-expression and fierce independence. Think Burning Man without an end date. Here, laws are more like suggestions. There's no mayor, no government, and definitely no HOA. What you will find are psychedelic art installations, DIY homes made from scavenged scraps, and the legendary Salvation Mountain, a Technicolor hill covered in religious messages and paint. Lots and lots of paint. But freedom comes at a price. Water is hauled in by truck, electricity comes from solar panels, and the summer heat can melt your shoes. Safety is subjective, yet people stay. Artists, off-grid retirees, nomads, and those who simply don't fit anywhere else call Slab City home. It's lawless, it's dusty, it's weird, and it's weirdly inspiring. Slab City isn't just a place, it's an idea. That even in the middle of nowhere, people can build something out of nothing, and maybe find freedom in the process. It's not a fairy tale, just a Dutch village without roads. Giethoorn is the postcard perfect gem of the Netherlands, where cars are banned and boats are the only way to get around. Often called the Dutch Venice, this tiny village swaps honking horns for the gentle splash of paddles and the occasional quack from a curious duck. With no roads in sight, Giethoorn is crisscrossed by narrow canals, wooden footbridges, and lush greenery. Locals glide between thatched roof cottages and whisper boats, electric-powered vessels so quiet they barely disturb the peace. It's like stepping into a storybook where nature and village life are perfectly in sync. But beneath the charm lies a unique way of life. Delivering mail by boat. Moving furniture? Good luck getting it over a footbridge. Ambulances? They come by water too. Or, in emergencies, there's a hidden access road for quick rescue. While the slow pace appeals to romantics and tourists, it also demands patience, planning, and the occasional waterproof jacket. Still, the trade-off is so worth it. There's no traffic, no smog, and barely a decibel of noise pollution. The village is a model of sustainable living, drawing visitors from all over the world who want to see what happens when humans build with nature instead of against it. In a world of chaotic cities and constant noise, Giethoorn offers a breath of fresh air and a reminder that slower, quieter, and greener might just be better. What happens when a group of dreamers decides to build a secret underground city by hand? You get Damanhur, Italy's hidden labyrinth beneath the Alps. Tucked away in the foothills of northern Italy, this underground wonder wasn't built by governments or corporations, but by a spiritual community with a vision. Over the course of 15 years, using nothing but hand tools, they quietly carved out what would become one of the world's most mind-blowing underground cities. Damanhur isn't just a tunnel system, it's an underground temple complex that looks like it belongs in a fantasy novel. Think stained glass, giant murals, gold leaf domes, and spiral staircases, all concealed beneath an ordinary house. Each hall is dedicated to different spiritual principles: harmony, time, and the cosmos. There's even a hall of mirrors that feels more celestial than subterranean. And here's the twist: they built it in secret. No permits, no blueprints filed, just quiet construction, night after night, until in 1992, the Italian authorities finally discovered it and were so stunned by the beauty, they let it stay. Today, Damanhur is not just a physical place, but a symbol of what can happen when art, faith, and determination collide. It draws visitors, architects, spiritual seekers, and the just plain curious from all over the world. In an age of glass skyscrapers and concrete jungles, Damanhur reminds us that true magic might just be hidden underground and built with heart instead of heavy machinery. Which city story fascinated you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know if you'd like to see more stories of strange and unique places around the world.